Did Jesus die on Good Friday? Uncover the truths and myths surrounding Good Friday. Did Jesus really die on this day? Learn about the history, significance, and unanswered questions tied to this significant Christian event. Did Jesus die on Good Friday? Hello and welcome to an explorative journey through one of Christianity's most enduring questions. Did Jesus die on Good Friday? The short answer is yes, according to Christian tradition. Jesus Christ was crucified and died on Good Friday, only to rise again 3 days later on what we now celebrate as Easter Sunday. But hang tight, there's a whole lot more to uncover. We'll dive into the history, scrutinize the timeline, and even examine some age-old questions. Traditional timeline of Jesus' death on Good Friday. A handy table. Hey there. Thanks for sticking around. If you've ever wondered about the sequence of events leading up to Jesus' crucifixion on Good Friday, you're in the right place. I've put together a nifty table that outlines the traditional Christian understanding of what happened when. So grab a cup of coffee, tea, or whatever you enjoy, and let's break it down. Time, according to Gospel accounts, event biblical reference early morning, till the 6 a.m. Jesus is brought before the Sanhedrin, Jewish council, for trial. Matthew 26:57 to 68 mid-morning, till the 7 to 8 a.m. Jesus stands trial before Pontius Pilate. Matthew 27:1 to 2, 11 to 26 Pilate sends Jesus to Herod. Luke 23:6 to 12 Jesus is returned to Pilate. Luke 23:11 to 12 late morning, till the 9 a.m. Jesus is scourged and crowned with thorns. Matthew 27:27 to 30 Jesus carries his cross to Golgotha. John 19:16 to 17 third hour, till the 9 a.m. Jesus is crucified. Mark 15:25 sixth hour, till the noon, darkness covers the land. Matthew 27:45 ninth hour, till the 3 p.m. Jesus utters his final words and dies. Matthew 27:46 to 50 afternoon, till the 3 to 6 p.m. Jesus' body is taken down from the cross. John 19:31 to 37 Jesus is buried by Joseph of Arimathea. Matthew 27:57 to 60 before sunset tomb is sealed and guarded. Matthew 27:62 to 66. Note on timekeeping. The Gospel of Mark provides time references using the Jewish method of reckoning, which starts the new day at sunset. The third hour would correspond to approximately 9 a.m., the sixth hour to about noon, and the ninth hour to around 3 p.m. in today's timekeeping. Biblical references. Keep in mind that these events are mentioned across different Gospels. They each offer a unique perspective, but the core story remains the same. Why does this matter? Having a timeline not only helps in understanding the sequence but also deepens our understanding of the profound sacrifice made on this day. Isn't it fascinating how much we can learn by laying it all out like this? Hope this table serves as a useful guide as you ponder the weighty significance of Good Friday. Why is it called Good Friday? So you're curious about why Good Friday is called good, even though it marks a rather somber event. You're not alone. It's a question many people have. Let's get to the bottom of it, shall we? Reasons why it's called Good Friday. Divine goodness. One of the most widely accepted interpretations is that good refers to the goodness and grace that came from Jesus' sacrifice for humanity's sins. In this sense, good symbolizes the ultimate act of love, eternal salvation. Good Friday represents the day Jesus made it possible for people to be justified in front of God, paving the way for eternal salvation. And, hey, that's more than just good, it's fantastic news for believers. Old English roots. The term Good Friday might have originated from the Old English term God, which means holy. Over time, God may have evolved into good, although the day is also called Holy Friday in other languages. Completion of prophecy. For those who believe, Jesus' death fulfilled prophetic traditions, something viewed as a good or beneficial outcome in terms of divine history. Victory over sin and death. Although Jesus' suffering and crucifixion were agonizing and brutal, his resurrection on Easter Sunday is seen as a triumphant victory over sin and death. Good Friday sets the stage for this victory. Day of Atonement. In Christian theology, Good Friday is often compared to Yom Kippur, the Jewish Day of Atonement, both of which focus on repentance and forgiveness, fundamentally good things. Catholic traditions. In Catholicism, the entire week leading up to Easter Sunday is called Holy Week, and Good Friday is considered good because it's a part of this profoundly sacred time. Spiritual reflection. For many, this day offers a chance to reflect on one's own imperfections and the need for grace and forgiveness, which can be a good experience leading to personal growth. Global recognition. Over time, the day has become a significant cultural, social, and religious event observed by various groups worldwide, marking its importance as good in a more global sense. Message of hope. Despite its somber nature, Good Friday is ultimately about hope. Hope for redemption, renewal, and a better life and afterlife for believers. And there you have it. Whether you're approaching it from a historical, theological, or linguistic angle, Good Friday holds deep and varied meanings that many consider to be good in the grand scheme of things. Pretty interesting, don't you think? What happened on Easter Sunday 2 days after Good Friday? Christians believe that Jesus rose from the dead. This event is called the resurrection and is the cornerstone of the Christian faith. Easter Sunday is all about celebrating this miraculous event. When was Good Friday established? Good Friday has been observed since the early days of Christianity. Its establishment can be traced back to the 1st or 2nd century AD, making it one of the oldest Christian traditions. Understanding the origin and history of Good Friday gives us a fuller picture of its significance. So, let's get right into it with a neat little table to break down the essentials. Time period, events and developments, notes and insights. 1st century AD, crucifixion of Jesus marks the original event that Good Friday commemorates. 2nd century AD, early Christians begin observing. Records show early Christians commemorating Jesus' crucifixion. 4th century AD, official recognition. Council of Nicaea in 325 AD solidifies Easter, indirectly affecting Good Friday. Medieval period, rituals and traditions. The Stations of the Cross and other rituals become popular. 16th century Protestant Reformation. While some Protestant denominations cease observing, others, like Lutherans and Anglicans, continue. 17th century Good Friday in American colonies observed more strictly. In Puritan colonies, less so in others. 19th century public holidays in Western countries becomes a public holiday in many Western Christian countries. 20th century ecumenical movement efforts to bring unity among Christian denominations include shared Good Friday services. 21st century global observance and interfaith respect, widely observed across denominations and respected in multi-faith communities. Some quick bits of info. Early practices. In the early church, Christians commemorated Jesus' death by fasting and meditating on his sufferings. Good Friday liturgy. Over time, the Christian liturgy evolved to include reading the Passion narrative, venerating the cross, and receiving communion. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, welcome to our family. View all posts.